Games aren't educational. Oh, games are so hard to make. Have you heard any online teachers say that? Or maybe you've said one of those? Well, guess what? They're lies. Digital games are fun. They're more than just fun. They are one of the most effective ways to engage your students during your lessons. So, we're going to bust three lies about digital games and stick around to the end because I'm also sharing some tips on how you can use games to level up your lessons. So, lie number one, games aren't educational. This couldn't be further from the truth. Games aren't just about playing, they're about learning through interaction and problem solving. Research shows that gamified lessons help students retain information better because they're actively participating in their lesson in their own learning. And games don't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as a matching game, a board game, or a trivia quiz. It can reinforce learning while making it fun. So the next time you hear someone say that games aren't educational, remind them that engagement equals retention, and games will deliver both. Line number two, games are too hard to make. I get this one. Technology can be intimidating, it can be overwhelming. But here's the truth, with the right tools, creating games is easier than ever. I only use three platforms in my classes to create my games, and they are Google Slides, Canva, and Nearpod. And they make it so simple to create an interactive, engaging game that you can plug into your lesson you already have. And you don't have to be the tech wizard to create something so fun. So, in fact, just to jumpstart you, I do have a pack of free digital game templates down below in that description box to get you started off on the right foot. All you have to do is plug in your information and you can start teaching with digital games this week. I'll talk a little bit more on this in just a minute. Line number three, games are only for a certain age group. Only the younger kids like games. The truth, games work for all ages. Everyone loves playing games. Even myself, I love board games, I love card games. They are so much fun, and that learning, that experience you get with playing games is a lot of fun. So, that same experience, the older kids love it too. Our younger students, they love colorful, interactive board games. They love those simple matching games. They love being able to see a picture being created, slowly revealed as they are answering questions, practicing those concepts you're teaching. And our older students, they love the challenge of digital escape rooms. They love games that are point based, where, oh, I'm going to dominate this team. They love having that title. So it's all about choosing the right game for your audience. Think of your learners, what are their age, what interests them, what is the learning goal, what is going to keep them engaged, and that will make it fun for them. So games are so versatile that you can adapt them and adjust them to fit your age of learners. Okay, we debunked those myths. We got rid of the lies. So, what actually does work when it comes to teaching with games? Keep it simple. I cannot say this enough. Games do not have to be overcomplicated. A matching game, a board game, super simple games, and they work. Make it purposeful. So your game should tie in to what you're teaching. It is not a fluffy game. You have lessons created already. You have those lesson objectives. Now we're thinking, how can we tie in a game to this lesson I already have? We're not trying to create something new. So, on you'll hear me say this time and time again, I love teaching with games. So, not only saving a fun game for the review at the end of a class or the end of your course. We are using games and teaching with games on a daily basis. So I can actually teach with a board game instead of, okay, we've taught this. Now we're going to play a board game for the last 5 minutes of class. So teaching with games, with a board game example. So what that would look like is your slides of the questions you want to practice. I need students to practice drawing equal groups to solve a multiplication equation. We're learning the vocab word before we dive into this book. So we're practicing the vocabs, we're practicing vowel patterns. Those are your practice question for all of your students, and then you take a turn on your board game rule for everyone. And then you come back to your next practice question. You teach, you reteach, you practice, and then you take a turn on the board game. So use these games to teach with. So you are playing the game the majority of your class. And the third one, mix it up. Keep it fresh. Don't just play board games in your classroom and that's it. Mix it up. Mix it up. Matching games, digital escape rooms, Jeopardy game show style games, picture reveal. So a picture is slowly being revealed as your students are answering those questions. So you're ready to start with digital games. I really do have the best thing for you to get started teaching them, and that is my free pack of digital templates. Find it right down below. The game is all set up. All you have to do is literally type in your questions or the information you are practicing. And in 20 minutes, by the time of your next classes here, you will have a game ready to go. These games are perfect for adding into your lessons, making them more interactive, more engaging, and saving you a ton of time from creating it yourself. You just spend those 20 minutes, you're good to go. Now that we've busted those myths, we've cleared up the air with those lies, we are ready to take action. So click on this next video and I will show you how to create your very own matching game in 10 minutes, and you'll be able to use it in your classroom right away. So click on that next video and I'll see you there.